Meredith Gorman, joined by former Patriots running back and Super Bowl champion LeGarrette Blount. LeGarrette, thanks so much for joining us. Now, we'll start with the biggest looming question that's in all of every single Patriots fan's mind right now. Do you see the team potentially moving on from Mac Jones after this season?
I don't see them potentially moving on from him just because, it would be unfair to go. I mean, and this is no hate towards Matty P or anybody like that, but to go from Josh as your offense coordinator to Matt Patricia as your offense coordinator is just not fair. Um, even though we're not in a league of fairness, it doesn't really matter. You got to deal with the hand that you're dealt. So I don't think that they will go. I don't think they will move forward without him. But I do think they go hire someone to make him better besides Matthew Patricia.
Yeah, and you saw that heartbreaker of a game against the Raiders last week. What did you think of that Patriots lateral play mistake on Sunday?
Uh, Very uncharacteristic of that team. Very, very uncharacteristic. These are young players, right? These aren't like, I mean, they're not young like in the sense of rookies, but they've only been in the league for a few years. These guys are still young. They made a mistake that they knew they shouldn't have made. I'm pretty sure that Ramondre regretted tossing that ball back at that moment. I knew he probably regretted it. I know Jacoby regretted, making an even worse decision afterwards. He took full on blame for it, which is a huge step for him. That and anybody, man. That got to be respected in the locker room. That has to be respected in the locker room. He took full responsibility for it. He said that it was his fault. Ramondre trusted him with the ball. He should have done the right thing with the football. That goes a long way as far as being a leader in that locker room. And I'm pretty sure a lot of guys respected that, even though the play that was made wasn't the best play of the night.
Now, say that you're a player in the locker room right now. You're kind of looking at the playoffs from the outside in. With the mindset of guys in the locker room right now, do you think it's kind of a thing where they're waiting for the season to end, or do you think there's still room for players to learn and grow right now?
Oh no, there's definitely room for those guys to still grow, still learn. Hell no, nobody ain't turning in they're not turning in the playbook right now. They're not because they still have a chance, right? Obviously they probably have one of the toughest remaining schedules in the NFL. They got the Bengals, they got the Bills, they got the Dolphins. So they got a tough remaining schedule. Um, that being said, they're still a good enough team to have a chance to pull off two of those games. I don't think that they're strong enough offensively, but they do still have a chance. The defense playing really well. Mac Jones will come out and play a really well game against one of those two games or two of those three games or whatever. Who knows? But you can't turn it in right now. That's never going to be a mentality in that building ever.
Well, like Bill Belichick always says, the Patriots are on to Cincinnati. Thanks so much for your time, LeGarrette.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.